I'm Danny.
And I'm Christina.
And we're
Happy-LEE
Ever After.
Come with us to Ruth's Chris in Birmingham, Alabama.
So, started out kind of rough. We saw the sign. We walked in, and
What are we talking about?
the sign that says no hat.
Oh.
Proper attire required. Please remove any hats.
I need
or
subject
caps.
matter before we start.
And so.
And he says while we're in line, am I supposed to take my hat off?
Right. And you thought surely not, because this is a $60 scally.
It's not like a.
It's not like an Atlanta Braves cap that I wear.
Turn backwards or something.
Toboggan.
My Atlanta Braves cap that he sweated all over.
It's not. Oh yeah, I sweat Dickens into it. It is.
Burnt.
No, it's not burnt.
It's burnt.
It just has a little character now.
Right.
But anyway, and I took off the hat and
he was a little bitter about it, but there was nobody else in there that had on. At the bar, apparently, since you're not past the point where that sign is, you can wear your hat.
Right.
You could have ate at the bar, and I could have ate back there. No.
But anyway, so going in, I was a little off put, I guess.
A little salty.
But sat down. They brought us some water and took our order right away, and then Happy Bread rolls out, and
he starts feeling a little better about life.
I felt
he's
a
like,
better.
what hat? What hat are we talking about?
The bread was piping hot. They brought a little thing of butter. You saw it. We just took pictures because I felt uncomfortable filming.
He's afraid if he got in trouble for that hat, he sure was going to get in trouble for recording.
I didn't want him walking up saying, "Excuse me, sir, you can't film in here." And so.
Because he knew I'd forever be like, you remember that time we were in Ruth's Chris and they got on
Yeah, you would, and it would not be happily ever after.
No.
It would be like,
it would be like murdered in the room.
Remember this ever after.
Can you say that M word on YouTube?
You just can't say Preds.
Oh, well then I'm good. Go ahead.
But apparently you can say everything else. Anyway, our waiter was fantastic.
So we thought we were going to have a girl named Izzy, and I'm going to say Izzy was not who ended up waiting on us, but she did still check on us every time she came out.
She was good, but our waiter, he was fantastic. I don't remember his name.
No.
But let's see if it says right here.
Don't be jerking me over and make me fall out.
On the specs.
Oh Lord, I got one good eye. Hang on.
You got one good
Joseph.
eye? Joseph.
He was Johnny on the spot.
Dude was on it, and he brought the bread. He even came by later, rolled back by.
Made me feel very comfortable by how personable he was.
And said, "Would you like some more bread?" I was like, "Hey, why not?"
I mean, that's probably a $30 loaf of bread.
It was, because it was piping hot, and it was sliced already. All you had to do was pull it apart, put butter on it, and let her eat, or let it.
And he tried to get me to sniff his bread.
Well, I'm always worried it's going to be garlic bread, but look.
And I said, I ain't sniffing no bread in Ruth's Chris.
That's enough.
Ruth's Chris. Yeah. And I ain't sniffing your butter neither.
No. And it was good, pure butter. It was good, just wholesome good white bread.
Because normally, if y'all have ever seen on a video, he'll be like, smell this and see if it's got.
Because people try to put garlic on bread.
If you get in trouble for a hat, I ain't gonna be sniffing no food.
You shouldn't put garlic on bread or butter. I mean, that's just not what it's made.
That's your opinion, but
they taste good on there. But anyway, and we've eaten at places before that supposedly had great steaks. We've had some at different places. The closest we had come, the casino in Wetumpka has a restaurant called Fire, and we had heard about that, so we stopped in.
It is supposed to be the best steakhouse in Alabama, theoretically.
We call it Far because we're from the country.
He calls it Far because he likes to make fun of people with an accent like me.
But anyway, they brought out our steak. You ordered
I ordered the petite filet because this is so most places, if you order a petite filet, they're usually 6 ounces, and the regular size is 8. Well, at Ruth's Chris, the regular size is 11 ounces, which is big, and the petite is an 8, which 8 is a good size.
And I got the New York strip, which usually on the New York strip they have a side
a big fat ring that goes around.
They brought out our steak, and he said, "Hey, that plate's
hot plates."
And I accidentally bumped it. And I was like, "Oh, he wasn't lying. That sucker was piping hot." The potato had bacon and butter.
We both got loaded potatoes. He got his without cheese and sour cream. I got mine all the way.
And it was good.
And then here came my quandary. What was my quandary? Can I ask for?
Oh, A1. And I asked for
A1. Because some steakhouses, if you say, "Hey, can I get some?" They're like, "Oh, you won't need it." Well, trust me, I probably will.
And he didn't
even if it's good, I want it. He was like, "Oh yeah, that's not a problem." And he brought you took a picture of it, had a little doily.
Yeah, wasn't in the
real pretty. And you can tell it was good because normally I'm gonna eat how much sauce I have, and that was like barely any going. I just like it because it's just a little extra. But I ate a couple pieces without it on it. I mean, the crust on that steak. I mean, man, like I've had good beef before, good steak, good prime cut, prime aged, dry aged, whatever. But you can tell when you get a good piece of meat because it does not have any kind of taste. You're tasting just the beef.
Yeah.
And that's what I was tasting. That was like last night, the beef we had on those burgers. It was Angus beef. It was good beef, but it's like I can taste it. It's either been frozen or it's been like it's sitting in the cooler for a while. That was good, fresh. Like you just tasted.
It melted in your mouth, and
this is y'all know how cheap this one is.
Oh, my bill was $100 with tip.
And would you go eat there again?
I would go eat there again. Now, it's going to have to be a special occasion. But
I thought we'd start having weekly date night.
No, not that. But I'm telling you, for a treat, if you've never been to Ruth's Chris, because I thought, hey, it can't be that.
Well, you think it's the hype. Like, people always say, oh, like you hear a lot of commercials about somewhere. Like, back in the day, Red Lobster, it's like, ooh, Red Lobster, I'm going to Red Lobster, Red Lobster, oh, we went and ate at Red Lobster, that was and so I thought, well, this is probably going to be somewhere I've hyped in my head up that it's going to be great, and then I'm going to go eat there and I'm going to be like, it's a steak.
And let me say this, after the hat debacle, I was kind of looking for it not to be good.
You were looking for a problem.
I was like, where I can run it down, and so, well, it wasn't anything
They
special.
that wasn't worth taking my hat off for.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he was going to say.
I really was. But it was the best steak I've ever put in my
Was it
mouth.
worth taking your hat off for?
My hat's off.
Maybe that's where that saying comes from. Hats off.
My hat's off to Ruth's Chris. It was delectable.
And
then Joseph comes out, and he said, how was it? And I said, man, that was just premium. I told him we had eaten at Fire before and all this stuff. And so I think he's going to get our bill, and he comes back with 2 little cheesecakes with fresh fruit on it, and it says, here's your complimentary dessert. Now, I don't know if it's because it's our first time there. They asked, was this your first time ever? And I was like, yes, or I don't know, but he brought us a complimentary dessert. So.
And we saw the table beside us got some kind of, I think it was like an apple tart.
that
thing, it was enough for probably 4 people to each have a little slice of. It
was
was big.
It was a half a.
But that's what we had just had the conversation. I said, well, I'm sure they're about to come and ask us if we want dessert. I said, but I just don't eat it on savory. Yeah. He goes, I love to end on sweet, but he's like, I can't eat it. Yeah. And then our buddy Joseph came out.
I forced that down. It was good.
And the funniest is I was like, it was a cheesecake, normally if we order anything, he's got to be, can you leave this off? Can you leave this off? Can you leave this off? And so when it's complimentary, they bring it how it comes. And I'm like, I wonder what's in it. And he's like, I don't know, I'm just going to eat it.
And it was good. It was good. So if you give me something free, I'm not leaving.
I was like, I'm going to start saying, here's some free cheese. They're giving us free cheese.
That's different. And it may have mascarpone or
well,
sour
mascarpone
cream.
is actually just more processed cream cheese.
But normally I would, but it was, everything was just wonderful. And this is the Birmingham, Alabama location. We're staying in the Embassy Suites tonight.
And there were some people beside us that came in. They were celebrating their anniversary, and like I noticed they were sprinkling some little confetti on their table, and everybody that came up to their table, wait staff wise, was like "Happy Anniversary."
They had on T-shirts.
Happy Anniversary.
Said Happy Anniversary.
And so it is a good special occasion place.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean that's when you need to go to something like that, celebrating the birthday.
The crust on that steak.
Anniversary, the crust on the steak, saltiness to it, and I tell you what was premium. After I'd eaten about half my steak, I took one more piece of bread and I dipped it down in the leftover juice on the steak. That's better than butter.
But the plate has, I think if I remember right, I've heard they cook it at like 800 degrees and they put butter on the plate as soon as it comes off the grill, and it like melts down on the plate. And like the smell of real butter, if you smelled real melted butter, you know what I'm talking about. The smell of real butter the whole time you're eating is just like, from the potato, from the steak. It was. So it made up tenfold for last night.
Yeah, it really did. So if you get a chance to go to Ruth's Chris, hopefully, Lord willing, if we're still around then and everything's going well and we can afford it, we're going to try to go when we're in New Orleans again this winter, and. So I'm already looking forward to that because it was great.
Well, we almost ate there in New Orleans last time, and he was like, "Do you want to go?"
I was scared,
and I really didn't think he wanted to, and I was like, "No, we'll eat something." And then a few weeks ago, we were talking about something, and he said, "Well, for Christmas, I want that's what I want is to get to go eat at Ruth's Chris while we're down there in New Orleans." And I'm like, "Are you?" I thought he's doing it for me because I can be some HM about food, and I'm not really.
But anyway,
I was like, you're just wanting to do that because you think I want to go. And he's like, no, I've always wanted to go.
I've always wanted to experience.
And I said, why? You've never said anything about it. He was like, ever since I listened to Rush Limbaugh, and he used to talk about Ruth's Chris, I've wanted to go. And
Rush Limbaugh.
When we found out we were staying here, I said, well, I don't even know if there's any restaurants around there. I kind of tried to look and couldn't find anything. And he was like, well, I'll get on there. And he goes, well, there's a Ruth's Chris in the embassy. And I was like, well, that's pretty cool, And so the more we talked about it, we were like, well, let's try it. And it was a great decision because it's a little bit stormy outside and bad weather. So weather aware. I know you ain't gonna be seeing us in real time. Hope y'all were weather aware.
I hope you're still with us. But anyway, try Ruth's Chris if you get a chance. It is well worth it. And I mean,
the hype is worth it.
It really is. And usually
they can back
it
up.
Usually
they can back up the top.
They put their money where their mouth is, and it is a lot of money, but it's good. It's really good. It's a special occasion.
Hats off to Ruth's Chris.
Hats off to Ruth's Chris. And
it is hard to say though.
Yeah, and you can watch videos on how it got its name. It used to be something else in Ruth. But anyway, you can find that all over.
Because you want to say Ruth Chris's.
Yeah.
But it's Ruth's
Chris Steakhouse. Anyway, hey, subscribe if you would. Please like the videos. And follow us on social media. Comment if you would. Something nice, not, hey, you look like you need another piece of bread. We appreciate you watching, and check out Ruth's Chris. That crust.
You will not regret it.
That crust. It was just tender, and your filet was better than mine.
I told you, you should always order
both were delectable. So anyway,
the filet melted in your mouth. I mean, you literally did not have to chew it. I've never in my life.
Yeah, it was like. Almost.
I always thought when we had this conversation at supper, but I always thought people that said like, "Oh, I only eat a filet," I'm like, you're just trying to be hoity-toity. But there is a difference in a filet.
There's a reason, and it wasn't even bacon wrapped.
But you don't like the bacon wrap. If a filet's good enough, you ain't got to put no other flavor against it.
But that's what people always do.
I'm just saying.
And have those toothpicks in it too, and you have to be careful. You'll choke on one of those. We found our happily ever after.
Now you go find yours.
Hats off to Ruth's Chris.